So in this video, we're going to talk about SoundHound AI, and the stock gapped and went today. And at the end of the day, the stock was down 16%. We had news coming out of the President Trump camp on Trump enacting his tariff policy as soon as he gets in office. That spooked the broader markets and speculative stocks like SoundHound AI. But there was also news coming out of Nevada, Las Vegas, the CES convention. Many people thought that SoundHound was going to get a shout out by Nvidia, and they somewhat got the opposite. So before we continue with the technicals, let's get into the news. So again, SoundHound AI stock was losing ground in conjunction with the bearish pressures facing the broader market as investors weigh economic risk factors related to President-elect Trump's proposed tariff policies. SoundHound AI and other stocks with speculative, growth-dependent valuations are being hit particularly hard as investors digest new macroeconomic risk factors and uncertainty. Now, SoundHound AI has had a clear forefront position in the conversational AI space. This distinction has helped the company skyrocket higher, and its price is still up, wow, 659% over the last year, even after a big recent pullback. But it seems the software specialists could soon face intensifying competitive pressures. I personally think that the company's going to get bought out. Investors have been hoping that SoundHound AI would get a shout out from Nvidia at its presentation at this year's Consumer Electronics Show. Said new technologies from AI leader have actually highlighted the competitive risk it faces. Nvidia and other large tech players in the space are rolling out new agentic AI offerings. Never even heard of this sector of AI, which essentially consists of trainable workers that can be adapted to perform a variety of tasks. Many of the large language models being built and trained to support new agentic AI tools will have support for voice-based interfaces, which might mean they could wind up quickly encroaching on SoundHound's AI turf. Now, with strong sales growth and excitement surrounding its technology having helped push the company's valuation to roughly almost $6 billion, the conversational AI specialist is still a relatively small player in the broader tech field, and it could face significant pressures from more resource-rich competitors. All right. So getting back to the charts, we're going to look at the monthly chart first, and I don't know. I don't really see price getting back down to this weekly buy level. So I could see price getting back down to between $8 and $10. That's where you had some resistance in the past, which should serve as support moving forward. But first, price has to deal with this cluster. First, let's go to the weekly chart, because I do want to bring to your attention. I'm going to remove this arrow here, and you do have a large weekly buy level at about $14. Now let's get to the daily chart. We can see that price action that formed that weekly buy level cluster of trading, and then you had this counter trend line break, and price then went off to the races. Now you kind of had a heads up that momentum was dying and then reversal was due, because your relative strength index plateaued as price was making higher highs, and then you had a lower high as price made a higher high, giving you an indication that price was going to reverse at some point. Now, looking at this price action on the daily chart, I'm not in love with it, and so I don't know if price is going to hold here and then reverse. That remains to be seen. I would prefer price to get down to this $10 level And I'm going to move that here. Here's why I love this level. You have another weekly buy level, but this one coincides with a pivot high, which price breached and closed above. So here's the trade setup. You get another 50% retracement from current levels. That would be a huge buy opportunity to go long. That would also coincide with a roughly 78% retracement, right? A fib retrace magic level, so to speak. Let me know what you think. Is it more downside risk, or is price going to pause and move higher? Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.